toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Utah's offense will be first on the attack. It can catch people off guard, but one of the most intense, fiercest rivalries in the country in the Beehive State. BYU and Utah continue to prove why everyone ought to pay attention. Cougars trailed at 21-10 at the half and won on a field goal with 3 seconds left.
And it was BYU that capitalized on a lot of Utah mistakes, especially in the second half of that game. 2 costly turnovers by the Utes helped BYU score 12 unanswered in the second half, including a game-winning field goal, David, as time expired.
Well, and that game-winning drive had a little bit of drama, too. Remember the 4th down holding call? Not a lot of likes about that call. Not a lot of like between these two teams. A lot of hatred. It's always a fun matchup. We're in store for a good game.
He'll keep it himself. It's a running room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect... For a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season, they're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Off the RPO, complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Spottmeyer. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with balls.
He's loose. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Rides the back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Utes are flying down the field. On the ground, it's Parker. Jukes his way for more. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. throw. It's Dampier. Looking for the score. Punts it out of the air. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to surge it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown.
Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Utah 7, BYU 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself, estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like, that's...
It's a seam wide open! And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in, it's Hagan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember that.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O quarterback.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. Pocket breaking down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Under fire. That's caught. It's Bachmeier. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got a chance. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Takes a handoff. It's Parker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This clash dates all the way back to the late 1800s and is carried on through days of independence, changes in conference affiliation, but the constant is disdain and contempt for the other side.
You're right, Reese. It's pretty wild because the rivalry dates back to the same year the state of Utah was founded in 1896. That's how long these two teams have been going. This thing is historic, and every year, David, it's an incredible football game.
And I love what Reese said, too, though. They've changed conferences. They've been independent. Whatever it takes, they want to play each other because they want the bragging rights in the state of Utah because it means a heck of a lot.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're going to run it to the right. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utes!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got his man downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Inside the touchdown, Utah! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To throw, it's Retzlaff. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looks as if he's going to run it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Under fire. Quarterback gets enough. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Beehive boot is on the line, and already BYU and Utah have given us some stirring moments. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Leaves it with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Makes the grab. It's Hagan. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. The play action fake. Caught close to the marker. It's Bentley. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. The option look. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He's got it on the run. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Utes! And the punishment has been extended. And Utah is starting to assert itself and seize command of this rivalry by building a big lead.
And the Utes are always ready. This is the team that you can always depend on. Rivalry game, week in, week out. They're built, they know who they are, they're disciplined, they're tough, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And I feel like Utah is also one of those teams that's just ready to pounce, right? They're ready for you to make a mistake, and then they take advantage of it, and that's what they've been able to do in this game. They came in with a good game plan, and they are executing.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Retzlaff. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Hagan. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They used the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ryan. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hagan. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. The snap sets up the throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Cougars. Fitted in the window for the score.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Takes the handoff. It's Green. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Utes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll break up this drive from the 30-yard line. Complete to start this drive. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being
turning it on! There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Ryan. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. BYU has this offense clicking. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Got it in the middle, it's Roberts. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him. Special down situation.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. It's Retzlaff. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ryan. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Back to pass. Back's got it. And he will take it in. Touchdown, BYU. Lining up to add another.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. And once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Brave. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He breaks a tackle.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Oh, ball's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turn. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll do it himself. Oh, a lot of space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Utes are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UNLV. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Got it in the middle, it's Hagan. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Martin. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Cougar! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.